This is TY back with a live, my first live today, and there's a lot of stuff that I got to cover that's been going on in the news of boxing. Um, so first off, I want to shout out to the whole entire LDBC. Shout out to everybody, and so, but let's get it started real quick. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I just wanted to see. Just want to talk about all the boxing stuff that's been going on. But so the whole situation with Regis Prograis. First off, I want to say congratulations to Regis Prograis because I didn't get a chance to make a video on it, but he had stopped what was it, Jose Zepeda, that he fought on last Saturday. So congratulations to Regis Prograis. He boxed beautifully and he ended up getting the stoppage. So it was nice to see him also getting that WBC belt. Now he's a two-time WBC champ. So, I'm happy for Regis on that, getting that belt. So getting the WBC belt. And then yesterday came out and it was saying, then Regis came out and said that, he had tried to put his check in to his account and his check bounced. So it's just crazy that boxing is just a dirty game. It's a dirty sport. It's unfortunate that situations like this happen in boxing. So I hope that the situation gets resolved for Regis Prograis regarding his money and stuff, because that's he should definitely get paid for something that he worked hard, especially going into training camp, especially preparing himself for a fight like this for a title shot. So it's unfortunate. I hope that he gets his money. I hope that this situation gets resolved as soon as possible. In other news that was going on, Teofimo Lopez, this dude just is very, very delusional. Combat salute, man. Appreciate you joining the live, man. But Tio, he just continues to talk, man. This man talking crazy. So I guess he had a lot to say about Devin, saying that talking about him, or talking about his dad. I just hope that Tio ends up winning his fight against Sandor Martin. I think they fight December 10th. So I hope that he wins his fight because Martin is the same guy that beat Mikey Garcia and ended up retiring him. So hey, same to you, Combat. Same to you, man. So I hope that he does the same, man. I hope that Tio goes out here and does what he's supposed to do. And we'll see what happens next, because Tio's been doing a lot of talking. He's very delusional as far as with the things that he says, as far as, he keeps regarding himself as undisputed when he was never undisputed. The man only had 3 of the 4 belts, and he had a chance to fight Devin Haney for the 4th belt, but he refused to do it. And he decided to take a tune-up fight, which he thought it was a tune-up fight, against George Kambosos. But that did not turn out too well for him, and he ended up losing the belts. And that's why Devin is now undisputed, and he is undisputed. He's the clearly undisputed champion, not Teofimo Lopez. So, yeah, I hope that Tio can get past his fight against Sandor Martin, and we'll see what happens next. I mean, there's a lot of smoke up there at 140. You got Regis, Josh Taylor's still there. We'll see what happens with Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. I think they fight in February. So it'll be interesting to see how that fight plays out. I think that'll definitely prove, where Josh Taylor, and it depends on what Josh Taylor wants to do after the fight. Does he still want to stay at 140? Is he going to move up? Because clearly there was a dispute that some people think he lost the fight. I thought he lost, but it'll be interesting to see what happens within that fight. But I definitely want to see Tio get past, or I just want to see what he's going to do next, because he's doing a lot of talking. He's very delusional about the things he's been saying, and I want to see if he's going to really get to the smoke with all these guys that's at 140. So there's a lot of guys at 140 he could fight, so we'll see what happens. And then there was let me see, there's other news that was going on as far as Jamar Charlo. Jamar Charlo was there, I think, in attendance of the Regis Prograis fight, and he happened to run into Bivol and asked Bivol he wanted to fight him. So that'll be interesting, but I don't know if that fight is gonna happen. I think that Bivol's got a lot of fish to fry. As far as I want to see Bivol fight Better Biev. I want to see that fight at Undisputed. Obviously, Better Biev's got to get past Anthony Yarde in January, and if he does, hopefully that fight between Better Biev and Bivol will happen sometime later next year. Hopefully, I don't know what's gonna happen if Bivol is gonna fight Canelo. Well, I know Canelo's thinking about. They were saying something about Canelo gonna have a tune-up fight, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it's just a lot of craziness going on. And then let's talk about the Tank situation. So Tank Bennett was doing his talking on the Rise podcast. Obviously, shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. He was on there, and he basically told Tank that, hey, if there's only a few guys that could beat you, Tank, and that was Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and then of course himself. And then Tank had a lot to say, and he said that he cracked both guys, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Both Dev and both Shakur responded and said that didn't happen. Tank's been doing a lot of talking, and I just want to say first off before I get into it that I do like Tank. I think Tank is a good fighter, but I just think that Tank's got to show and prove, man. I mean, the fights that he's in, he supposedly has 2 fights. He's got the Hector Luis Garcia guy, this is the same guy that beat Chris, and now he's moving up to 131. I don't know. I think it's a catch weight that he's fighting Tank at. So Tank is fighting him, and then supposedly he's supposed to fight Ryan Garcia after that. So that's 2 fights. So, I don't know. I don't know if Tank is going to be, if he's serious enough, he's going to fight Devin Haney, because we heard this before. Several months ago, this was before Devin Haney even fought George Kambosos the first time, Tank has said that if he got past him, that he would fight him next. So that didn't happen. So you can't really believe the things that Tank says. I just think that Tank's got to step up, man. He's one of the older ones in the group that's in the 135 division. He's almost close to 30, and everybody else is kind of in their 20s still. So Tank's got to show and prove, man. He got to show and prove. He's gonna have to show that this is something that if he really wants these fights, he needs to start going after these fights. These are fights that the fans have been asking for. He obviously seems irritated when anybody asks him about Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. He seems irritated. He doesn't want to be bothered with those type of questions when people ask him about these fighters. But these are good fights that people want to see him in, because if he is the best that everybody says that he is, if he is somebody that everybody regards as a pound for pound fighter, then he's got to show and prove. If you're the best fighter, if like Leonard Ellerbe tells all the time that he's the best fighter in the world, well, he needs to show that he's the best fighter in the world. Fighting guys like this is not going to prove it. You're going to have to prove it against Devin Haney. You got to prove it against Shakur Stevenson. To me, that will show me that you are the best fighter in the world if you can beat those guys. But he's got to show and prove, and he's got to show us that he is who he is. So I just think that Tank he's got to really step up, man. He's really got to step up. He really has to show that he is the best fighter. This isn't no knock. This is no hate at all towards Tank, but I just think that it's time for Tank to show that he can be the best fighter in the world. Because I do think that I agree. I do believe that Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson would give him problems. Because I clearly see sometimes when Tank is in the ring, he clearly gets frustrated. That's just in my own eyes. I see him get frustrated sometimes. I see him getting outboxed, and you know, then he looks for one shot, and then he gets the shot, and then there it is. That's all she wrote. But I really do believe that guys like that would give him trouble, because those are guys that are great fighters. They can box. They got great defense. They can move. And we haven't really seen anybody. We haven't really seen anybody get in the ring. I haven't seen Tank get in the ring with these guys. So it would be interesting to see how that plays out. But like I said, this was a quick live. I didn't want to be on here too long. I just wanted to get all the little topics out of the way that has been going on in boxing. I hadn't been on here in a while because I had some other personal stuff going on. So I'm definitely gonna come back on here and start making more videos and stuff. Definitely gonna start getting on here live a lot more. I'll probably start getting on lives maybe on Sundays or something, like Sunday afternoons or something like that. I'll start doing that more. But like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And I just want to appreciate everybody, and shout out to the whole entire LDBC, by the way. Shout out to everybody for all the love and the support. And thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for coming on here on this live with me. Salute to y'all. Much respect. Peace.